Have you ever knocked on a door that never opened? Have you ever chased something so desperately only to find it slipping further away? What if I told you, the doors you struggle with are not the only doors in life? Stay with me till the end, and you'll hear a story that might just change the way you see opportunities forever. Before we begin, comment your name below so I know who's listening. One of you will get a special shout out in my next video. And today's shout out goes to Minnie. I appreciate your support. Don't forget to like and share this story. Now, let's begin. A boy once came to a sage, his eyes filled with frustration and disappointment. "Master," he said, "I have tried everything. I have knocked on so many doors, but none have opened for me. I study, I work hard, yet success escapes me. I ask for love, but it never stays. I try to change my fate, but life refuses to change. Why is the world so unfair?" The sage listened, nodding patiently. Then, he motioned for the boy to follow him. They walked in silence until they reached an ancient temple, where a large wooden door stood before them. "Knock," the sage instructed. The boy did as he was told. He knocked once, twice, 3 times. Nothing happened. "Knock harder," the sage said. The boy pounded on the door, but it remained shut. Frustrated, the boy turned to the sage. "See? Just like in my life, no matter how much effort I put in, nothing changes." The sage smiled and gestured to the side. "What about that door?" The boy turned and, for the first time, noticed another door, a smaller one, slightly ajar. "I didn't see that before," the boy admitted. "Exactly," the sage replied. "Most people don't. They focus so much on the doors that won't open while they ignore the ones that already stand open for them. Opportunities are not always where you expect them to be," the sage continued. "Sometimes life doesn't give you what you want, not because you don't deserve it, but because it's leading you somewhere better. Think of the river," the sage said. "It never forces its way through a rock, it simply flows around it, finding another path. So must you. You say you seek love, but perhaps the love you chase is not the love meant for you. You seek success, but perhaps your definition of success is too narrow. You try to control life, but true peace comes not from control, but from acceptance." The boy was silent, deep in thought. The sage placed a hand on his shoulder. "When one door doesn't open, don't waste your life banging on it. Step back, look around. There is always another door, one you may have never considered, one that is waiting for you to walk through." Just then, a soft creaking sound filled the air. The boy turned and saw the large wooden door, the one he had been knocking on so desperately, beginning to open. His eyes widened. "Master, the door is opening." The sage nodded. "It always does, when you stop forcing it. Sometimes when you let go of your desperation, when you accept life instead of resisting it, doors open naturally. When you stop needing something so badly, you become free. And that is when life truly begins. It's all about showing patience and resilience." The boy left the temple that day with new eyes. He no longer feared closed doors, for he had learned that life always offers another way, if only we take a step back to see it. And you, my friend, how many doors have you been knocking on, refusing to look elsewhere? How many times have you mistaken rejection for failure when in reality, life was guiding you to something greater? The next time you face a closed door, remember, acceptance is not giving up. It is opening yourself to new possibilities. Step back, breathe, and look for the open door that has been waiting for you all along. If this story touched you, let me know in the comments. And don't forget, one lucky commenter will get a shout out in my next video. Thank you for listening. Now go and find your open door.